Good morning. I will bring you a big pile of bullshit this morning. It's the Socialist party here in Sweden. They have invited all the other parties to discuss the crime situation in Sweden and what to do. That's a joke from the start. So they didn't invite one party. The Nationalists, the Sweden Democrats, they were not invited. And here's the explanation. We have so far chosen to work in this way because we have a different value base than the Nationalists. And so it is also the fact that the Sweden Democrats are too shallow in their explanatory model. These are quite complex issues where we also need to take serious action that leads to results. Yeah. You need a very, very big shovel to get rid of this bullshit. It's a big pile. Yeah. First of all, these guys, the socialists, they created the mess. Yeah, they did. And they are totally incompetent in handling anything because they don't want to look at the real cause of the problem. And this is really what he's talking about, right? He says that the Nationalists are too shallow in their explanatory model. Yeah. Well, this means really that the Nationalists, they see the cause of the problem. Yeah. And they don't really want to talk about much else, you know. This is what's causing the problem. It's mass immigration. We have to do something about it. And the socialists, they say this is too shallow. Yeah. All right. So I found this quote from Björn Söder. He's a representative of the Sweden Democrats. And I wanted to read it to you. He says, "The only party that has always been right is not invited by the government." It's true. They have been warning about this for years, and they have been called racist and Nazis, and they have been right all along, you know. Yeah. So, instead, the government devotes itself to childish games belonging to kindergarten. But no one is surprised by Sweden's worst government paralysis of all time. He's right again. When it comes to creating order in the country. Instead, it only gets worse and worse for each day that goes by. Sweden is in the bad, and the Swedish people likewise, unfortunately. Yeah. Now there is a good sign here. The moderate party, they wanted the Sweden Democrats in the talks. Yeah. And I know they are doing it. They are saying this to save their own asses. Yes, but still, it's a good sign. You see, I'm hoping for this moderate party, which is a big party, and this other sort of conservative party, the Christian Democrats, to form a coalition with the Sweden Democrats. That's what I want. And this needs to happen quickly, yeah, so that we can get rid of these lefties from government. It needs to happen fast if we should have a chance to turn this around. Yeah. I'm quite pessimistic about Sweden these days. I am. But we have this chance. It's up to the people. If we put enough pressure on these stupid politicians, we have a chance. All right. Here's from Germany. They had local elections yesterday in the states of Saxony and Brandenburg. And the populists did very well, and they did celebrate. But there's something fishy in this election, according to me. This is a quote from the globalist online paper. They said, the conservative CDU, which is Merkel's party, and the socialist SPD reacted with relief when the results of the regional elections in Saxony and Brandenburg came in on Sunday night, 1st of September. In both states, in former East Germany, the far-right Alternative for Deutschland did not succeed in becoming the biggest party, contrary to earlier opinion polls. And there's the thing. So in the polls, they were favorites, and then they didn't win. Very fishy. And I will say it. These elections are rigged. Yes. I'm sure about this. They gave the populist party just enough so that they would be satisfied and don't make a scene. That's what I think. I mean, they were favorites in the polls. Populist party, favorite in the polls. And then they didn't win. All right, here's a story from France, the city of Lyon. This asylum seeker from Afghanistan, he attacked people at this bus stop. That's right. He killed one guy, a 19-year-old man, who was on his way to a music festival. This is terrible. And 9 others were hurt. Of those who were injured, 3 are believed to have been seriously wounded. And the police said it seemed entirely random. The arrested man is seen lashing out with at least 1 blade and possibly 2. They found this very sharp spit, you know, one of these that you use when you barbecue, on the scene. Actually, there were 4 bus conductors who stopped him. That's good. Good job, bus conductors in France. And now we're just waiting for the French authorities to explain the whole thing. I have a suggestion. This guy was depressed. Or maybe, you know, he was just poor and depressed. That's why he did it. Had nothing to do with Islam. Nothing. Okay. French authorities explaining. Okay. Now that's all. Be good. Bye.